Have you ever wondered how much control you have over the actions and decisions of others? Welcome to the fascinating world of psychology, a realm where the mind and behavior intertwine, creating a tapestry of human interaction and decision-making. At its core, psychology is the scientific study of the mind and behavior. It's about understanding how we think, how we feel, and how we act. But it goes beyond just understanding, it's also about influencing. By understanding the intricacies of the human mind, we can subtly guide the actions and decisions of others. It's like having a remote control for human behavior. Sounds like something out of a science fiction movie, right? But it's all based on validated scientific principles. Imagine the power you could wield if you could tap into this knowledge. The ability to influence people's decisions, to steer them in the direction you want. Intrigued? Let's delve deeper to understand how you can use psychology to get what you want. The first step to using psychology effectively is understanding human behavior. Yes, you heard that right, but what does it mean to understand human behavior? Well, it's about recognizing the complexity and diversity of human actions and reactions. It's about acknowledging that every human being is a unique blend of emotions, social influences, and cognitive processes. Let's dive a little deeper into these factors, shall we? Emotions are the driving force behind many of our actions. They're the spark that ignites our decisions, our reactions, and our interactions. Love, fear, joy, anger, surprise. These are all powerful motivators that can lead us to act in certain ways. Understanding these emotional triggers can provide valuable insight into why people do what they do. Then there are social factors. We are, after all, social beings. Our behavior is greatly influenced by our surroundings, our relationships, and our cultural norms. We respond to social cues, we adapt to fit in, and we act according to what's expected of us. Understanding these social influences can help us predict how people are likely to behave in different situations. Now, let's talk about cognitive processes. These are the mental activities that help us process and interpret the world around us. Perception, memory, problem-solving, decision-making. These cognitive processes shape our behavior by influencing how we think, how we understand, and how we respond. Understanding these processes can give us a deeper insight into the motivations and thought patterns behind people's actions. So, how does all this help us use psychology to get what we want? Well, by observing and understanding these factors, we can begin to predict behavior. We can anticipate reactions, we can influence decisions, and we can guide interactions. And that's where the real power of psychology lies. In essence, understanding human behavior is like having a roadmap to the human mind. It's a tool that can help us navigate the complexities of human interactions, and it's the first step to using psychology to our advantage. By understanding human behavior, you can begin to predict and influence the actions of others. Yes, that's the power of psychology, and that's the power you can wield. Persuasion is the key to getting what you want. It's not manipulation, it's not coercion. It's the art of influencing others to see things from your perspective, to agree with you, to say yes. Let's dive into the core principles of persuasion. Firstly, we have reciprocity. The idea here is simple. If you do something for someone, they'll feel compelled to return the favor. This is a powerful tool in persuasion because it capitalizes on our inherent desire to maintain balance and fairness in our relationships. The next principle is commitment and consistency. People like to stay true to what they've previously said or done. If you can get someone to commit to an idea or goal, they're more likely to follow through with it. Now let's talk about social proof. We're social creatures, and we often look to others to determine our own behavior. If everyone else is doing it, it must be the right thing to do, right? By showing that others agree with you or support your idea, you can convince others to follow suit. Authority is another key principle. We tend to respect and trust those who are experts or leaders in their field. If you can demonstrate your expertise or authority in a certain area, people are more likely to listen to you and be persuaded by your words. The fifth principle of persuasion is liking. It's human nature to be more easily persuaded by people we like and have a positive relationship with. Building rapport and finding common ground can go a long way in making your arguments more persuasive. Finally, we have scarcity. The less there is of something, the more valuable it becomes. If you can create a sense of scarcity or urgency, people will be more likely to act quickly to secure what's being offered. Each of these principles taps into our human nature, our instincts, our desires. They're not tricks or cheats, but ways to communicate more effectively, to make your voice heard, to influence decision-making. Mastering the art of persuasion can open doors to countless opportunities and advantages. So why not start practicing today? How can you apply these principles in real life to get what you want? Let's delve in. Imagine you're in a negotiation. Instead of stating your terms outright, frame them as benefits for the other party. This is the reciprocity principle, which enhances your persuasiveness. Now, consider a decision-making scenario. We're often swayed by the majority, a phenomenon known as social proof. To sway the decision your way, gather support before the decision-making process begins. In group dynamics, the likability principle comes into play. People are likely to agree with those they like, so cultivate positive relationships. These principles are not manipulative tricks, but ways to communicate more persuasively. By applying these principles, you can subtly guide others towards the outcomes you desire. So, what have we learned about using psychology to get what you want? We've discovered that the power of psychology is not just confined to therapy rooms or textbooks. It's at play in our everyday interactions, influencing our decisions and relationships. We've dived into the intricacies of understanding human behavior, revealing that each action, each response, is a window into an individual's motivations and desires. By observing and interpreting these cues, we can anticipate needs and adapt our approach accordingly. We then journeyed into the realm of persuasion, where the right words, tone, and timing can subtly shift perspectives and sway opinions. It's an art, yes, but also a science, backed by decades of research and experimentation. Finally, we discussed practical applications, showing that these techniques aren't just theoretical concepts. They're tools that can help you navigate social situations, negotiate better deals, and foster stronger relationships. Harness the power of psychology and unlock a world of possibilities. Remember, with great power comes great responsibility. Use it wisely.